Hey guys, welcome back. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the VMP Fuel Booster Pump for your 2011 through 2014 Mustang GT. So as most of you know by now, we're installing a supercharger on my 14 Mustang GT. The car is in the middle of the project. It's kind of torn apart still right now. But we are going to talk about the VMP Fuel Booster Pump by itself. I figured that would make a pretty good video with an install. The main reason that you might want to install one of these VMP Fuel Booster Pumps is just the simple fact that you need more fuel and you don't want to go too crazy with putting in 3 fuel pumps or anything like that into your car. Depending on if you're running regular fuel, whether it's 91, 93 octane, C16 race gas, E85, this is going to help you. Generally, if you're running a turbo, 2 turbos, a supercharger, that's when you're going to get into something like this. Obviously, my car is going to be supercharged soon, so that's why we're going to install this. Let's check it out. Pop your trunk open. We're going to take this trunk liner out. This just pulls straight out. It's got like some MDF board on the back of it. Set this aside. You'll need to reinstall this later. My spare tire's already been removed for weight savings. Right here is your fuel pump connector. I got mine pre-disconnected. You're just going to grab onto this, pop that apart. This is also a good time to go ahead and vacuum out any kind of dust or croodles that might be in your trunk. We're going to have to mount our fuel booster pump somewhere in this area, this general area that is, where the spare tire was. If you guys are still rocking a spare tire, just make sure that it's going to fit once you get your tire back in there. I'm going to take this trim panel out of the trunk to find a good ground for the grounding wire on this booster pump. Your car may be a little bit different depending on what you got. Whether you have a V6 model, GT model, GT500, it's going to be the same general idea. Your kit will come with the parts you need for your car. Again, this is a 2014 GT, so like the 11 through 14 should be the same. I know that the S550 models, this connector is going to be, I believe, under the back seat. Regardless of which model you have, it's going to be kind of the same idea. Once you find a good spot to mount this, I want to put my ground wire right here. This is a ground wire from the factory right here. I don't know if you can see that, but you're going to know that that's going to make a good ground. This device doesn't seem to have any kind of indicator light saying that it's on, so I want to make sure I got a really good ground. So that's sort of going to dictate where I'm going to go. This wire here is a fuse. It's got a 40 amp fuse in there. I'm going to try to mount that right there. This one is a 2-wire connector. You're going to take the supplied wiring harness from VMP, essentially put it in line with the original fuel pump wiring, and then this pigtail is going to go to our VMP booster pump. In order to mount this fuse connector where I want it to, I'm gonna have to drill out this factory hole in it just a little bit. That ought to do the trick. Next, we're gonna loosen up this 10mm bolt here to add in my ground wire from the VMP booster pump into the factory Ford stuff. Like I said before, if you can go to a factory ground, you'll know you got a good connection this way. If you can't, if you need to mount it somewhere else, then you gotta make your own ground. Just make sure you sand off a little bit of the paint so that it's got a good connection to the body. Should look something like that once you've got it connected. So once you've got all your wiring hooked up, that's somewhat going to dictate where your box itself can be mounted. Make sure that the mounting surface that you're going to mount it to is nice and clean beforehand. VMP includes some heavy duty adhesive Velcro. That's what I'm going to try to mount this with before, rather than going with any kind of drilling some holes. Let's see how that works. Take your other piece, lay it on top, like so. Peel the backing off next. You get one chance at this, so make sure you make it count. So we went ahead and added just a little bit more double-sided Velcro tape that we had laying around the house to get even a more secure fitment of this VMP booster. I'll keep you posted, I'll let you know if the Velcro holds up. If not, you just drill a couple holes in there with some self-tapping screws, no big deal. That's what your finished product should look like. Next, we're gonna go ahead and put all of our trim panels back in. The last little piece of this install is going to be replacing this fuse that's included with the kit. This is a 40 amp fuse. The factory one is a 20 amp fuse due to the fact that you're going to be running higher voltage through the fuel system. You're going to have to change this out, otherwise you're going to blow your fuse. So we have a 2014 Mustang. For our location, it's number 13. Yours may differ, but basically just open up your fuse box right here. It's on the passenger side of your engine, like so. On the inside of the lid, it's going to have all your That's it. So there you have it, installation of the VMP Fuel Booster Pump. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Hopefully it was a little bit of fun. I really appreciate everybody watching the videos. Thank you for the continued support. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. We got plenty of good videos coming up.